Gurugidara educational program. Now we are going to learn grade 9 maths. Do you know what is our lesson? Lesson is area. Dear students, you can use your textbook. It is our 23rd lesson and page number 28. Before starting the lesson, you should know what are the things you can collect after doing this lesson. By doing this lesson, you will be able to find the area of a parallelogram, and you can find the area of a trapezium. Then you will be able to find the area of a circle. Then you have learned area. Now, first of all, let's identify unit area. What is unit area? Then look at this diagram. It is a square. Length of a side is mentioned as 1 unit. Then 1 square unit. How you can obtain? Length of a side is multiplied by length of a side. Then think length of a side is 1 centimeter. Then if it is a square, then length is multiplied by length. Length of a side is multiplied by length of a side. Then 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Then it is called 1 square centimeter. Then it is unit square. Then 1 square unit. If length of a side is 1 unit, then area is 1 square unit. If length of a side is 1 centimeter, then area is 1 square centimeter. Then if length of a side is 1 meter, now how you can find out the area? Length of a side is multiplied by length of a side. 1 meter into 1 meter. Then area is 1 square meter. Then dear students, let's recall your knowledge on area. Area of a rectangular lamina. How we can find it? Length of a side and breadth, they are multiplied. Here length is A, breadth is B. Then if area is capital A, here now you can see, then we can give the letter capital A for area. Then area is given length into breadth. Simple A and simple B, they are used for length and breadth. Then last, we can write down A equals AB. Then it is the way of finding the area of a rectangle. Now let's recall how we can find out the area of a square. Then we know all sides are same in length. Then if length of a side is A, how we can find out the area? Then here we can use same letter for area, capital A. Length of a side is multiplied by length of a side. It is written in this way. Then area is A into A. How we can write? A to the power 2, or we can read A square. Then it is area of a square. Then let's go to area of a triangle. Area of a triangular lamina. Then how we can find the area? There are 3 sides for a triangle, but we should identify the suitable base, suitable side. Then it is the base. Here it is mentioned as simple A. Then we want corresponding perpendicular height. What is it? If you are selecting a base, we should check which is the opposite vertex. From opposite vertex to selected base, the perpendicular height is drawn. Then base and corresponding perpendicular height. You should identify them. Then we can find out area half into base into corresponding perpendicular height. Then can you remember it? You make many questions. You wrote answers. You found area of triangles. Then using this method, area of a triangle is equal to half into base into corresponding perpendicular height. Now, we can represent them using symbols. Here base is denoted by symbol A. Perpendicular height is represented by symbol H. Last, we can write down area equals half AH. Then dear students, we recall the knowledge, finding area of a square, finding area of a rectangle and finding area of a triangle. Now let's solve these problems. Then here question number 1. Then try to get your answer. Find the area of the triangular lamina. Then in this diagram, base and corresponding perpendicular height is given. Base is 4. Perpendicular height is 6 in centimeters. Then find the area, half into base into corresponding perpendicular height. Then substitute given values. Area is equal to half into 4 into 6. Then how we can simplify? There is half. Denominator is 2. Then 2 and 4 or 2 and 6. They are divided by 2. So you can divide them in this way. Then last answer is 1 into 2 into 6. Area is 12 square centimeters. Now students, I am going to give another question. Question number 2. Find the value of H using the information given in the diagram. Now how you can find out H? It is a perpendicular height. Then there are two bases, two sides, side BC and side AC. Let's find the area of the triangle ABC first. What is the base? What is the correct perpendicular height? Then if you are selecting 12 centimeter as the base, then how you can write it? Half into 12 into 5. Then it is half into BC side into AD. AD is perpendicular height. Then values half into 12 into 5. Then simplify. Now you can see 2 and 12. They are divided by 2. Then you can cut. Then 12 is cut by 2. It is 6. Then answer is 6 into 5. It is 30 square centimeters. But in our question, you should find out the height denoted by simple H. Then students, how we can find? We got area of the triangle ABC. Now let's find out perpendicular height. Using the answer, you obtain 30 square centimeters. Then we know area. Then again we can find out the area of triangle ABC using the base AC. It is 10 centimeter. How we can write? Then we know area is half into base into perpendicular height. Then here we know area 30. Half into base is 10 and height is H. Now there is an equation. Then simplify it. How you can simplify? 2 and 10, they are simplified. Then you can get 30 equals 5 into h. Now to find out h is multiplied by 5. So you can divide both sides by 5. Then 5 to 5, they are cancelled. Then h is remain. So you can get height is 6 centimeter. Dear students, I think all of you could understand it. Now what is next one? Then we are going to find out the area of a parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? You know parallelogram. Then opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, and we can define parallelogram in this way. If opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, it is called parallelogram. Opposite sides of a quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? Then if there are 4 sides, then we can call it as quadrilateral. So if opposite sides are parallel, then it is a parallelogram, and also opposite sides are equal. Then now we are going to find out the area of the parallelogram. Then in this parallelogram, we identified parallel sides AB and DC. We can use this symbol. AB is parallel to DC. What is other pair? It is AD and BC. They are parallel lines. And we can write equal sides. They are equal in length. AB is equal to DC, and other pair of opposite sides AD and BC. Then we can write down AD equals BC. Now let's go to next slide. Then here we have to identify base and perpendicular height of a parallelogram. There are 4 sides. For a parallelogram, there are 4 sides. Opposite sides are same. They are equal in length. Then you can select any one as base. And here also you have to find out the correct perpendicular height. Then here base is DC, and perpendicular height is drawn in this diagram. First identify the perpendicular height corresponding to the relevant base, and the perpendicular height between 2 opposite sides is the perpendicular height of the parallelogram. In this diagram now you can see, then perpendicular height is drawn with the base. Then that perpendicular height is the height of the perpendicular height of the parallelogram. Now let's see this one. In this diagram, you can see perpendicular height. The relevant base is highlighted using color blue, and it is drawn inside of the parallelogram. Perpendicular height is drawn inside of the parallelogram. Now what is happen in this diagram? Now where is the perpendicular height? Perpendicular height is drawn outside of the parallelogram. We know if there are 2 parallel lines, anywhere we can draw the perpendicular distance. Here we are using this one. Perpendicular height and base. But identify the base. Base is highlighted using color blue. The side is produced, but base should be the side of the parallelogram. I think all of you could understand it. Now let's see next one. Now we are going to find out the area of a parallelogram. In your textbook, then you have a small activity. Now use your textbook. Then here also I am representing it. You can take a rectangle. You can cut a rectangle using a small piece of paper and separate another triangular portion. It is highlighted in this picture. Then you can cut off it. Then take the rectangular portion and you can fix it at other side of the rectangle. How you can do it? Look at this diagram. Now separated triangle is pasted to other side. Now what is it? We used a rectangle, but last we obtained parallelogram. Then what is your idea? Area and parallelogram. We didn't remove any portion, any part of the rectangle. We didn't remove any part of the rectangle, but we made a parallelogram. Then areas of both diagrams should be same. Area of the rectangle should be equal to area of the parallelogram. Now let's see this one. There is a small activity. Now we have parallelogram ABCD. Base is AB. It is highlighted. Then perpendicular height is shown by simple edge. And triangular portion is removed and it is fixed to other side. Then what happened? From parallelogram, another rectangle is formed. Then our conclusion, area of the parallelogram is equal to area of the rectangle. You should understand it. Then using this one, we can find out the area of the rectangle. We can find out the area of parallelogram. Then this diagram, it is highlighted. Length of a side is A. Breadth is H. Then how we can find out the area of this rectangle? A into H. It is A into H. Then it is area of the rectangle. Next, now there is parallelogram. It is formed using the rectangle. Then what is the length of the side? It is A. It is not changed. We are using same base. And what is the height? Perpendicular height. It is also same. It is H. Then what is the area of the parallelogram? It is equal to area of the rectangle. Then we can write down area of the parallelogram is equal to area of the rectangle. So we can use the way of finding the area of rectangle A into H. It is length into breadth. Here breadth is denoted as perpendicular height. Now dear students, here our conclusion, area of the parallelogram, then it is length of the base into perpendicular height corresponding to the base. Length of the base and perpendicular height corresponding to the base. Now let's go to the question number 1. What is question number 1? There is a parallelogram. You should find out the area. Then sides of the parallelogram, they are given. One side is 15 centimeter and other side is 7 centimeter. Then there is another line showing perpendicular height. Now what you have to do? Now you have the knowledge. You should select correct base with correct perpendicular height. Which is the base? Is it 7 or 15? It should be 15 because perpendicular height is drawn from side 15 centimeter. Then find out the area. Area is base into perpendicular height. We can write down 15 into 5. Answer is 75 square centimeters. Now I would like to give another question. It is question number 2. Read the question now. Find the area of the parallelogram. Now there are only two values. Then base BC and perpendicular height 4 centimeter. Once you can get answer, very easy question. Then area is written 9 into 4. Answer is 36 square centimeters. It is 36 square centimeters. Then dear students, I think all of you can find out the area of parallelograms if you have base and perpendicular height. Now look at this one. It is question number 3. If the area of the parallelogram is 72 square centimeters, find the value of h. Now you have area. Then you should find out the height. How you can do it? Then we know the method of finding area. Same thing is applied here. Then area is 72. Base is 6. Substitute given values. Then unknown thing. Then it is perpendicular height. You have an equation. Simplify it. To find out h, both sides should be divided by 6. Then what is the answer? 72 is divided by 6. Then answer become 12 centimeter. Then we found the height of this parallelogram between two sides BC and AD. Now let's go to next question. It is question number 4. First of all, read the question and you should find the method how you can get the answer. Find the value of h of the parallelogram ABCD. But here area is not given, but in previous question you had area of the parallelogram. Now find out the method. You can use your knowledge. There are values of two sides. Then you have two bases. And there is perpendicular height 5 centimeter and other perpendicular height is unknown. You should find out it. Then can't you find out the area of this parallelogram first? Area of the parallelogram ABCD. Then let's find it. Area is 12 into 5. If you are selecting the base as 12 centimeter, then corresponding perpendicular height is 5 centimeter. Then area is 60 square centimeters. 60 square centimeters. Then students, now you can find out h because you have area. Then it is substitution. Again we can find out the area of the parallelogram using base BC. If base is BC, what is the perpendicular height? It is denoted by simple h. Then area is 60. A is 10 and find h. Both sides are divided by 10. Then you can simplify. Then 60 is divided by 10. Answer is 6 centimeters. Height of the perpendicular height, simple h, is 6 centimeter. Okay, then dear students, we found the area of parallelogram. We found a method. Using a rectangle, we found the method to find out the area of a parallelogram. And we solved some questions, we found answers in different ways. Now we have to find out the area of a trapezium. How we can find it? Let's find a method. Now look at this one. Then to find out the area of a trapezium, first of all you should identify trapezium. What is the main feature of a trapezium? There is a pair of parallel lines. It is only feature you can identify in a trapezium. There is a pair of parallel sides. Then trapezium, it is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral with one pair of sides parallel is called a trapezium. Now let's see this one. What is it? There is a trapezium. Trapezium is highlighted in color yellow, and another trapezium same to first trapezium colored in yellow. Now both trapeziums are same. Then what happened? Using a trapezium, we can form another parallelogram. Then if you are doing this activity, you should cut two trapeziums which are same in size. Then we formed a parallelogram. In previous part, we found the area of a parallelogram. Now using that one, you can get the area of a trapezium. How you can do it? According to this diagram, according to this parallelogram we formed, you can observe area of the trapezium is half of the area of the parallelogram. Then area of the trapezium multiplied by 2. It is equal to area of the parallelogram. Area of the trapezium multiplied by 2, because we use two diagrams which are same in size. Then parallelogram is formed. So area of parallelogram, it is equal to twice area of the trapezium. Now what is this one? Next go to, there is the activity. Then you can multiply area of trapezium by 2, then we obtain parallelogram. Then since area of the parallelogram equals to b plus 2, why we are writing it as b plus 2? Because it is the base of the parallelogram. Base is formed joining the sides b1 and b2. So base is represented as b1 plus b2. And what is the height? It is denoted by simple h. Then area of the trapezium should be half of the area of the parallelogram. Then we can represent it in this way. We can multiply by half. Then area of the trapezium is half into b1 plus b2 into h. Now let's use this one in this way. Then area of the trapezium, because we are finding the area of trapezium, we have to use area of the parallelogram. Then area of the trapezium is equal to half of area of the parallelogram. Then area of trapezium is written half into the sum of the lengths of the parallel sides A and B. A is one side, B is other side of the trapezium. Then A plus B, we can denote them the sum of the lengths of the parallel sides. and perpendicular height, which is it? The perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. Now keep it in your mind. How you can find out the area of a trapezium? Half into the sum of the length of the parallel sides into the perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. Now use this one. Then here again I am showing it. There is a trapezium, two parallel sides B1 and B2, and perpendicular height between them is h. Last we can arrange the area of the trapezium in this way. Half into B1 plus B2 into h. Area of the trapezium half into sum of the parallel sides into perpendicular height. Now my dear students, let's solve some problems. Then question number 1. Here you can find out the area of the trapezium ABCD. You have enough data. You have enough information. Length of the side AB is 12 cm. DC is 5 cm. The perpendicular height between AB and DC, because they are the parallel sides AB and DC. Then you should know the perpendicular height between AB and DC. Then it is given. Then how you can write your answer? It is half into 12 plus 5. 12 plus 5 into 4. Then simplify. 12 plus 5 is 17. Now how you can simplify? 2 and 4. You can simplify them. Then 4 is divided by 2. It is written as 2. Then 17 into 2. Answer is 34 square centimeters. Area of the trapezium ABCD is 34 square centimeters. Now students, let's go to question number 2. There is the question number 2. Find the area of the trapezium PQRS. Then what are the given information? You should identify two parallel sides and the perpendicular height between two parallel sides. Then what are the parallel sides? They are SR and PQ. Then get the sum of SR and PQ. Then area of the trapezium is half into 8 plus 15 into 5. 5 is the perpendicular height. Then simplify. Half into 23 into 5. Now there is no number to cut 2. Denominator is 2. We can't simplify, but we can multiply 23 and 5 and answer is divided by 2. Then you can get your answer 57.5 square centimeters. 57.5 square centimeters. It is very easy. You should know the method. Then find the correct sides, two parallel sides and corresponding perpendicular height. Then you can get the answer. Then there is another question for you. Question number 3. If the area of the trapezium PQRS is 36 square centimeters, find the value of h. Now it is not to find out the area, but area is given. You should find out the perpendicular height, perpendicular distance between two parallel sides. How you can do it? Then same thing is used. The method of finding area of trapezium. Then write your answer in this way. Area of trapezium PQRS equals half into sum of two parallel sides into height. Then area is 36. then it is equal to half into 3 plus 6 into h. Then 36 equals half into 9 into h. Now you can simplify this equation in your way. I think it is easy to multiply both sides by 2. Then 2 to 2 cut and other side become 72. 72 is equal to 9 into h. Now what happened? You should divide both sides by 9. Then answer h is 72 is divided by 9, 8 centimeter. Then using the area of the trapezium, we found the perpendicular height between two parallel sides. Then you should have ability to find out answers using the correct method. If you have the knowledge, you can do it. Now dear students, let's go to next one. There is another activity. Then what is it? Carefully observe it. What is happening there? There is a trapezium. Height is h. It is divided into two parts. Then height is divided into 2. Then what is formed? Then again look at it. It is a parallelogram. Now other side, triangular part is cut and it is fixed to other side of the parallelogram. Then you can see it is a rectangle. Then using the trapezium, we formed a rectangle. It is very nice. Then what was the height of the between two parallel sides? It was h. Now it become half of h. It is the breadth of the rectangle. And what is the length of the rectangle? A plus b. Then we know how to find out the area of a rectangle. It is length into breadth. Now you have length is a plus b and breadth is half of h. Then length into breadth is written in this way, half h into a plus b. Isn't it the method of finding area of the trapezium? Then same thing, half into sum of the two parallel sides into perpendicular height. Then same thing is mentioned here. Okay. Then students, now we have to go to next one. Then now we are going to find out the area of a circle. All of you know what is circle. There is a circle. Now you can see it. The midpoint is center. Here it is named as O. And radius. Radius is the distance from center to a point on the circle. It is denoted by simple r. We know diameter. Diameter is twice radius. So we can write diameter simple d equals 2r. Then you learned circumference. It is the word for perimeter of the circle. There is a special word. Circumference is c. C equals 2 pi r. You know it. It is the formula to find out the circumference of a circle. Now, let's find out the ratio circumference to diameter. I know all of you have done it. Then how you can find out the diameter? How you can find out the diameter of a circle? It is a circular object. We can't fold it because it is a solid. So you can use this setup. There is a straight edge, your ruler and two set squares. Then you can arrange them in this way and read in the measurements on the ruler. You can get the diameter. Then you have diameter. And how you can get the circumference? It is not easy to measure using ruler. Then but you can use a cord and also you can use a measuring tape. Then go around the circular object and get the measurement. Then you can know circumference. Now we are going to find out the ratio of circumference to diameter. How we can write down a ratio as a fraction? Now look at this one. Circumference is divided by diameter. If you are doing the activity, then if you are measuring the circumference and diameter of a solid circular object, then you can get constant. How you can get constant? Then circumference is divided by diameter. Let's use the symbols. C is divided by D. Then you will get a value, approximated value close to 3.141. It is not divisible, so we can keep 3 dots. Then in maths, we are using the symbol. Now it is represented on the screen. It is used to show C over D. It is 5. It is a Greek symbol. It is a popular symbol in maths. The value is given 3.141 or 22 upon 7. 22 upon 7. Now let's write down it. C over D equals 5. We want to find out C circumference, then both sides are multiplied by D. Then C equals 5D. Then D is diameter. We know diameter is equal to twice radius. Then apply it. Then you can obtain 5 into 2R. Circumference is 2 pi r. It is to recall your knowledge on circumference of circle. Dear students, I know you solved many problems. You found circumference of many circles in a previous lesson. Now, what is this 5? I said it is a popular symbol in maths. Then do you know mathematician and also philosopher Albert Einstein? There is a story around him. In other countries, there is a date. It is Albert Einstein's birthday, 14th of March. It is called Happy Pi Day. 3.14159. You can see many numbers here. Why? Then it is not divisible. 22 over 7. It is not divisible. Then it goes to infinity. Then to denote this one, to respect Albert Einstein, then they are celebrating Happy Pi Day. Then I explain it for your additional knowledge. Then my dear students, let's go to our topic. Then we are going to find out area of a circle. Then let's see this one. There is a small activity. It is very nice. You can see it. Then observe what is happening there. Circle is divided into 8 parts and joining them there is another diagram. Now circle is divided into 32 sectors. Using all the parts in the same way, another figure is formed. Now circle is divided into small tiny sectors. What is happening there? Now, what is the formed diagram? Can you identify it? It is a rectangle, isn't it? It's just like rectangle. Then using the circle, we formed a rectangle. Rectangle is divided into sectors. Using all the sectors, these diagrams are formed. If the circle is divided into tiny small sectors, then we can form a rectangle. It's just like a rectangle. Then I think all of you could understand it. Then let's see what is happening there. Then it is circle. We know circumference is 2 pi r. Then what is the length of this rectangle? Length of this rectangle, identify it. Then it is half of the circumference of the circle. Half of the circumference of the circle. It is pi r. And what is the breadth of the rectangle? Isn't it radius? It is the radius of circle. Now we have length and breadth of the rectangle. And using them, let's find out the area of the circle. Now let's go to next one. Same diagrams you can see here. Then length of the rectangle is mentioned as pi r and breadth is r. Then length of the rectangle should be equal to circumference of the circle, but you should multiply it by half, because length of the rectangle is half of the circumference of the circle. Then circumference is 2 pi r into half, it is given as pi r. Then it is the length of the rectangle. Now let's find out the area of the circle. Then breadth of the rectangle equal to radius of the circle. It is r. Then using length and breadth we can find out area of the rectangle. Then according to our activity, area of the rectangle is equal to area of the circle. Then you can write it in this way. Area of the circle is area of the rectangle, length into breadth. We found length is pi r, breadth is r. Then our circle, the area of the circle is pi r squared. It is very easy to keep in your mind. Then to find out the area of the circle, you can use the formula A equals pi r squared. Area is given by pi r squared. Now students, let's apply this one in questions. Then question number 1. Read it. There is a circle. Find the area of the circle. Radius is given. Then how we can get answer? Then you can use pi as 22 upon 7. 22 upon 7 multiplied by 14 again by 14, because r squared, you know it is r into r. Then 7 and 14 you can cut them. 14 is divided by 7, it is 2. Then multiply them together. 22 into 2 into 14. Answer is 616 square centimeters. Don't forget to put correct units, square centimeters. Now you can find answers for another question. What is it? Calculate the radius of the circular lamina of area 154 square centimeters. Now what happened? Then it is not to find out area, but you should find out radius. Then same thing, we have the formula. it is 5r squared. Then area of the circle is known. Then substitute given values. Then 154 is equal to 22 upon 7 into r squared. Then we should remove 7. Then 22 is divided by 7. And to find out r squared, then both sides can be multiplied by 7 upon 22. To remove a fraction, we can multiply it using the reciprocal. Then both sides are multiplied by 7 upon 22. Now, you can divide 154 and 22 by a factor. Factor is 11. Then 154 divided by 11, 22 is divided by 11, then 14 and 2. Then 14 and 2 again you can simplify by 2, then answer is 7. Then you can write down r squared is equal to 7 into 7. 7 into 7, it is 7 squared. Then to find out r, then you can get square root of both sides. If r squared is equal to 7 squared, r is equal to 7. It should be positive 7 or negative 7. But radius is a length. Length cannot be a negative value. So answer should be positive 7. Then radius is 7 centimeter. Answer is 7 centimeter. Then dear students, then are you happy to go to another question? Let's see what is it. Question number 3. Calculate the radius of the circular lamina of area 154 square centimeters. Here also you have to find out the radius. Follow the same method you used in previous problem. Then area is 616. Other side, you know, y is 22 upon 7 into r squared. Then how you can simplify? Both sides are multiplied by 7 upon 22. Then simplify them. 22 and 616. They are simplified. You can cut by 11. Then 616 is divided by 11, it is 56. 22 by 11, it is 2. Again cut by 2. Answer is 28. 56 is divided by 2, it is 28. Now simplify. R squared is equal to 28 by 7. What is it? It is 14 into 2 into 7. If you can't identify the number, then square number, then you can separate it. 28 is separated as a product 14 into 2. Then you can arrange it is 14 square because 2 into 7 is 14. Now you have radius is positive 14 or negative 14. Then select the correct one, not negative one. So answer should be positive 14 centimeters. Then we found answer. Then dear students, we found the area of parallelogram, area of trapezium, area of circle. It was very nice lesson. Now question, you can see it on the screen. Find the area of the shaded portion. Shaded portion, what is it? It is highlighted using color blue. Then you should have a method to find out the area of the shaded portion. What is the method? The length of a side of the shaded portion, it is in blue, 25 centimeter and 25 centimeter. Then you can think, you know, it is a square. Then to find out the shaded portion, then your method should be the area of the circle is subtracted from area of the square. Then let's find out them. Area of the square is 22 over 7 into radius, it is 7 into 7. Then 7 to 7 you can simplify. Then answer is 22 into 7. Then area of the circle is 154 square centimeters. Now what you have to do? Now you should find out the area of the square. Let's find it. Area of the square, it is 25 into 25. What is the value? Answer is 625 square centimeters. Now you have enough information. You found them. Then get the area of the shaded portion. What is the method? Then subtract area of the circle from the area of the square. Then answer, you can get 625 subtract 154. Answer should be 471 square centimeters. Now let's see summary. We learnt area of the parallelogram. It is base into height. Next, area of the trapezium. It is half into sum of the length of the parallel sides into perpendicular height. And area of the circle. It is pi r squared. We got them and we applied them in some problems. Now, what is the evaluation? Dear students, you can complete your exercises. You have exercise 23.1 to find out the area of the parallelogram and exercise 23.2 to find out the area of the trapezium. Then you can apply your knowledge on exercise 23.3. Then use the area of the circle. Then dear students, I think all of you could learn well because we solved some problems and we found correct answers. Then you can see this lesson again and again through channel NIE YouTube. Goodbye.